What's up, guys? I'm Dr. Meghan Wieser, physio coach at Recharge. This is episode 6, 6 of Should I Feel Strongly About. Today, we're talking about detoxes and cleanses and how I hate them when they're using the terms of, or when those terms are used regarding like health. Luckily, I actually haven't seen too much of this in my like social media feeds or in the talks of my friends and family and whatnot in a long time, but I still see random posts and musings about detoxes and cleansing and detoxing your body from all the toxic foods we eat and everything. And I think it's kind of misinformed, and it's another way for the diet industry to be very manipulative and predatory on people. And I don't like that. So that's what we're going to talk about. So when I'm talking about cleanses and detoxes, if you're not familiar, good, skip this video. But if you are familiar, maybe stick around. And I'm kind of curious to see what your thoughts on this are. But when I'm talking about the detoxes and cleanses in this video, I'm referring to the detoxes and cleanses that you'll see out there, like the juice cleanses or the juicers, or like those skinny teas, which are like $80 a bag for no freaking reason. For this whole video, when I'm talking about detoxes and cleanses, I'm referring to those that, the products that claim to rid the body of toxins that we ingest, either environmentally or via foods that we eat. Just for reference, the detox industry last year was worth $51 billion. This marketing, the predatory thing, was worth $51 billion last year. That is mind-blowing to me. I don't even want to look up what the diet culture or the diet industry was worth last year. But that's just, I think that goes to say that there are still people out there who believe in this stuff and are made prey to it. And are kind of buying into it when they probably don't even really need to. Okay, so a couple of the claims that these detoxes or cleanses make are to tone your body. Here we freaking go again. If you haven't, I would scroll back to, if you haven't already seen this episode, I did an episode on toning a few episodes back now, that I would probably pause and go watch, just so you can have an idea. But the idea of toning the body. So decrease fat mass, increase muscle mass. We talked about that a few episodes ago. A lot of these supplements or these detoxes and cleanses claim to do that. And that's just a load of crap. You need progressive overloading, intentional, purposeful progressive overloading to increase muscle mass, and you need to decrease fat mass, which does have a diet component to it. So these teas and crap, it's a bunch of shit. These detoxes and cleanses will also claim to increase your metabolism or your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. We talked about this in another video as well. In order to increase your basal metabolic rate, you need to become more fit and more resilient. So that means aerobic activity, that means stress management, that means sleeping like you care, that means eating well, and that means progressive overloading with your muscles too. There's a theme here, right? So the boosting metabolism, it sounds great, and I'm sure people fall for that marketing, but when you get down to how to actually boost your metabolism, you become more fit. A detox of you taking out a food group or taking out actual food for a certain period of time is not going to get you more fit. Neither will a tea or a juice cleanse. A couple other things that these detoxes and cleanses go over or market for are losing weight and like improving alertness or your energy, or revitalizing you. They use these fancy words to say you're going to have more energy and be more alert. And I'd argue that you will have more energy and become more alert if you just abide by a more balanced lifestyle of training smart, training purposefully and intentionally, and recovering really well too. If you eat and sleep and manage your stress really well and get around loved ones and have socialization, I would argue that that's going to affect your alertness, most importantly out of those sleep and recovering well, more than doing a cleanse or detoxifying regimen. That one doesn't make any sense to me, really. I guess removing these so-called toxins out of your body would decrease the brain fog you have, but I think also getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night would probably do just the trick as well. Yes, you probably will lose weight if you're doing like a juice cleanse or something like that, but the reason for that is because you're taking in less calories. Like if there's these 14-day cleanses, juice cleanses and whatnot, you drink like 17 juices a day or something ridiculous. Obviously you're going to lose weight because you are taking in less calories. That's it. You're taking in less calories. You're also taking in less like whole fruits and vegetables. So when you take out that insoluble fiber, you're not getting that. So you're not getting a lot of actually really good portions of fresh fruits and vegetables when you do these juices and stuff. There's also, I've heard of people doing like these sugar detoxes or sugar cleanses, in which people take out sugar completely. I agree with that, and I don't. Mostly don't, because people take that too far and don't make up for that elsewhere. Like our bodies need glucose, our bodies need carbohydrate, we need sugar to function. Your brain processes that. And especially if you're athletic and you are active, the primary macronutrient that your body is utilizing is carbohydrates, and we get that from glucose, which comes from sugar. I don't mind taking out processed sugars or processed foods. I've actually seen people who have done that, and they've seen some progress in like chronic pain and persistent pain that they've been experiencing. So I'm sure there's some benefit to that, but also that could just be these people who are taking out these processed foods are also now replacing that with a higher intake of fruits and vegetables and more wholesome foods. So it's hard to say which is actually the cause. Is it the removal of something, or is it the addition of something? You need to also make sure that you're still getting some level of carbohydrate and sugar, because your body needs that, even if you aren't active. I've seen that happen here, like at the gym with athletes I'm coaching. They'll go for 7 days, or they'll try to go for 2 weeks without having any sugar, and then they'll perform and they just feel depleted and sometimes even lightheaded or dizzy. And I'm like, well, what have you eaten today? A salad and a hard-boiled egg. I'm like, okay, you've eaten water and fiber. You need to fuel your body for the demands that you're placing upon it, and that will involve some level of sugars. So it's also worth noting that when you go to do one of these sugar detoxes, that if you're not already aware of how much sugar you're taking in, you may not even need to do this sugar detox. You may not even know, you may go into this sugar detox and be completely obliterating sugar, and when you don't even really need to. So going into those detoxes without knowing what your levels are, so I wouldn't go into a detox not knowing that, because you don't know how much you're really cutting out. The diet industry has created in a predatory and manipulative manner to prey on people who either do or do not know better, just to get them to spend more money on their health, when all these people really want is to, address their health. All these people want to do is take one step into bettering their health. But we've created the diet industry and social media has created this environment where we think we can do things in these quick things in a quick manner. And in reality, there are no quick fixes. It is consistency at a sustainable level that's really going to get you healthy and make the most difference on a long-term scale. It's misinformed, and these people are going to waste a lot of money on things that aren't actually going to be a quick fix and are largely just going to waste their time and money and probably do more harm than good in the long run. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this and what you're seeing out there in the conversations with your family and your friends, and on your social media feeds. I'm very curious, so please comment, share this for the masses, and subscribe. Hit subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you next week.